Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host Jay. I'm here with my co-host Micah
Hey,
and Terrence.
what's up?
All right, guys, we are back. This is episode 287, Highest to Lowest. This is the newly released Spike Lee film starring Denzel Washington, A$AP Rocky, Jeffrey Wright, Ilfenesh Hadera, Aubrey Joseph, and Rick Fox randomly in this movie. Playing himself, I guess. So the logline for this movie is when a Titan music mogul is targeted with a ransom plot, he is jammed up in a life or death moral dilemma. Micah, I'll go to you first. What did you think of this movie?
So I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't know it was a remake. I didn't know it was based on a book. I didn't know the plot. I just saw A24, Spike Lee, and Denzel Washington, so I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
And I enjoyed the movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's a fun Spike Lee movie. Spike Lee movies range from like fun to like message to like revolutionary. Like, I got some shit to say and you gonna hear it, right? And this is a fun movie. Unintentionally funny at some points, which we'll get to. But yeah, it's based off of Akira Kurosawa's High and Low, and based off of a novel by Ed McBain called King's Ransom. And normally, as we were discussing right before we came on, when a movie is based on another movie, I try to watch the original just to compare the two, but I specifically did not want to do that until after we did this review, because the last time Spike Lee remade a movie from an Asian director I really like, I ain't really like that movie. So I kept comparing the far superior movie, which was original Old Boy, to his Old Boy. And I want to come into this movie in this review with none of that baggage. Look, this is the type of Denzel Washington role. This is the type of role that Denzel Washington needs to be playing at this point in his career. A man from New York. Because he knocks it out of the park.
He does.
Look, he still got it, but the things that Denzel Washington can do at his age now, they are playing to his strengths in this movie. He is a New York dude in a movie which is a love letter to New York from a New York director and a New York cast, and it's and he does a real good job in it. Like I said, it's a fun movie. It's got a little bit of messaging thrown in there, which is like, all right, yeah, like, I get it. Spellman, like, yeah, okay, all right. I get it. It's a Spike Lee movie. You gotta have that stuff. The only thing that really kind of irked me a bit was some of the music, and which sucks because like, this is about a music mogul, mm-hmm. And some of the music in this movie, and I'm not even talking about like the music from like some of the artists, right? Although that bit tacked on at the end was ridiculous, but it was good. But like, that's a whole 4 minutes that I could just didn't need to be there. But whatever. I'm talking about like the score,
or the very end.
The very end where the girl is auditioning for him. It's like there's a whole ass song.
Like, I didn't mind that the music video part. I was like, I could definitely live without that.
I mean, but the score. The score was
like, when you said the music, I knew exactly what you're talking about. It's
like
classic Denzel. I mean, it's classic Spike Lee, overpowering a lot of shit sometimes. I'm like, yo, come on, my nigga. It's like sometimes it didn't. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, because like, we're gonna say the same thing. So go ahead and say it. Because
sometimes the shit didn't fit. I'm just like, what you doing, bro? Like,
Right.
what is it? What is
It's
it?
super melodramatic at points, and like I get it, right? Because like that type of musical score, I think would have fit better in the Kurosawa movie from the 60s, right?
Yeah.
But here in this, it just, I don't know. And like you said, it was overpowering, and like I had to look it up. I was like, this can't be Terry Blanchard or whatever that dude's name is, right? And no, it's a different dude that is composing this movie. But yeah, the music was the music was the only real like negative, the thing that really stuck out to me. Other than that, I had a good time with it.
Okay, Terrence, your thoughts?
Spike Lee really loves New York. He loves it a lot. It's beautifully shot. That intro to New York, I'm like, New York looks amazing from the sky. And then you you walk the streets and there's like rats all over. No, New York is a very unique place. Denzel is great. He's always great. Jeffrey Wright is great. He's always great. The movie itself, I'm just kind of like, this is like a mediocre Spike Lee movie to me. It was fine, right? Who wrote it? Did Spike Lee write this? Did he write it?
No, we didn't.
No.
Who wrote it?
No,
because there's certain
Alan
things.
Fox.
Who?
Alan Fox.
Alan Fox. Is he black or white?
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
He's white.
Anyway, there was some things in it. I'm like, some editing choices that didn't make a lot of sense to me. Like he always has some weird shit that he does in his movies, like the double cuts. Like when they do something like an action and he doubles up on the action. I'm like, what was that for? You added an extra 3 seconds for no reason. He had some wipes that were really weird. The name of the company was Stacking Hits, which kind of irked me. I don't like. Spike Lee is almost 70, right? Mm-hmm. He's in his mid to late 60s. Isn't
something
he? How
like
old
that?
is Spike
Yeah.
Lee?
He's 68.
Yeah, almost 70 years old. So like, yeah, like Stacking Hits and the record label came out in like the early 2000s. That sounds like some 80s shit. Right? Like,
Yeah.
like it was certain things that just kind of irked me. And then like the wipe with the actual record label that went across the screen like twice in the movie.
I didn't care for that.
I was like, what the fuck was that, bro? Like, what was that? That was weird.
Yeah.
That's not even a normal Spike Lee thing, right? It was
it was just weird. It was just odd just to be different. It was strange. Like you said, the musical score felt like something out of Ocean's 11. And I guess to a certain extent, like the part where he had to like give the money, the ransom or whatever. I don't know. Something just felt off about this movie. But outside of Denzel and Jeffrey Wright, I thought that's why I asked if his wife was an actress, because she seemed terrible in this movie to me. I was like, who is that? I don't know who this woman is, but she's terrible to me. I was like, I don't know what's going on with this acting, but I don't like it.
Do you think it's the acting or do you think it's the writing?
Yes.
I think that's a reasonable response, to be honest.
It was just I don't know, man. Like I wasn't like it was fine, but I really wasn't feeling this movie. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
It's just it's too fucking long. It's 2 hours and 13 minutes.
It's a little old man yells at cloud also. You know what I mean?
You guys are just stealing all of the things I want to say.
Denzel is 70 years old. He's got like a 15-year-old son. I'm like, technically y'all niggas are gonna be close to that, right?
Shut up. Knock it off.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. It just felt something for A$AP Rocky that ending, that when they was in the studio spitting balls with each other, I'm like, yo, this shit is hilarious. Like, come on, yo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's fun.
Like,
it's fun.
Again, yeah, I guess, man. I expected more because again, I remember when you put the trailer in the in our group chat, and I'm like, I'm already in.
Yeah,
Denzel, Spike Lee, and sit in New York. I'm like, I'm here for it. And then actually after watching it, I'm like, it's not a dud, but like, I would put this like somewhere in the middle of his filmography because I wasn't really,
it's like the bottom of the middle.
Yeah, yeah, man. I was disappointed. I will say that I was very disappointed considering the cast.
Yeah. So,
but it's fine. Like again, it's not bad. I was just disappointed considering who was in it.
Right.
Considering the team behind it.
Yeah, I told Micah, I messaged him and I was like, this movie feels like Spike Lee sort of just gets to hang out with all these like established actor friends of his. Right? He was just like, I got this idea, and he just called up Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington's like, that's his homeboy, right? They was like, yeah, I'll do it. What am I doing tomorrow? Like, all right, I'll do it.
Yes, an Adam Sandler situation.
Dude, that's exactly my thought. It's exactly my thought. It's like, let's call Chris Rock and David Spade and all these other guys, and let's just do Grown Ups 2 or whatever. And it's just like, hey, why don't we just go on vacation together, right? Like, that's kind of what it feels like. And that's not to say that it's bad, right? Like, but to Micah's point, like, it's a fun Spike Lee movie, right? Like, the heist is kind of fun. There's a number of times throughout the movie I'm like, okay, so who's the corrupt person inside doing this? And then when it found out it wasn't, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, that nigga's in on it. That nigga's in on it. He's in it on himself or whatever. Like, because everybody seems shady. Everybody seems shady.
There was one cut that confused the hell out of me and my wife. We had to go back when the movie was over.
I did the exact same thing because I pretty much know exactly where they were in the hospital.
Yes.
Yeah.
When he was looking at his phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like drilling. Yeah, I was like, no, he did it. He did it. Like case closed. Fucking open his case. Johnson, what the fuck? Like, this nigga's guilty.
Yeah.
Take his phone. So there's a couple of moments like that. So it is in the sort of fun Spike Lee list. I agree with that. And Micah, you're right? Like there is that like the preachy Spike Lee movies and then the sort of like revolutionary type Spike Lee movies. And look, when I go to see a Spike Lee movie, and I don't like being preached to by a lot of directors, but I expect to be preached to by Spike Lee, right? Like I do, and I want that. Like I want a do the right thing. That's what I want, right? This, I think, is Spike Lee. Like, again, it's a competent movie, and it's a sort of middle of the pack for his filmography. I agree with that. This is Spike Lee. He's not hungry anymore. You know what I mean? Like he didn't make this movie with the intention of like, I have a statement to make. When he made Black Klansman, right? Like, because I don't mean it to sound like only his younger shit. Like he was hungry to make a message. Like, because Black Klansman's only a couple years ago. He had a message to fucking say in that movie. And you
remember what movie beat Black Klansman?
Was it Green Book that year?
Yes, it was Green Book.
that movie had something to say.
It had nothing to say.
No, it had something to say. Niggas, this is how you eat chicken. Like, relax. That's what it had.
I will never forgive that. I will never forgive that.
Yo, you ever seen the comment from Spike Lee? He was like, Green Book? Like, it's not my cup of tea. And he starts laughing and runs off screen. Like nope. Like,
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So like, it feels like he's just not hungry. He doesn't really have much of a message that he wants to put in. There's a couple moments like not all money is good money. Not all attention is good attention. And that feels like like you said, old man yelling at a cloud, kind of like, hey, young people, hey.
Get off your phones.
Like, right, the scene in the beginning, I was like, all right. Like, all right, grandpa. Like, god damn. Like, so that feels a little weird and it feels a little sort of dated in the messaging. I just don't feel like I'm cool with him remaking High to Low. I think that's kind of fun. And obviously he's a huge Kurosawa fan, which of course, obviously he would be. But I want him to do it when he's got a thing to say, right? Like that would be fucking interesting. Like you do this movie, and I don't mean to like rewrite the film, but like if Spike had done this movie and it was like a kid fucking or somebody snatches his kid because he's a black, because he's a black mogul and they hate that black people are successful, and this is some like dirty MAGA white kid or whatever, and he's like, you ruined, you guys are ruining America and the cultural thing. Spike Lee would have a fucking field day with that story. You know what I mean? Like, I could see him doing something like that, but this just feels like,
I thought, like I said, I didn't know anything about this, and I thought this movie, either one of the movies or the book, I thought this was because it sets up an incredibly interesting dilemma of, people with means, how they will jump to help their own, but if someone else needs help,
right?
Like, well, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe.
I kind of need this money.
Look, let me tell you right now. So we can just fast forward all the way to that part. Even though he's like, I don't know, maybe, and he's like, all right, we're going to do it. If you did that shit to me, Micah, I would never forgive you. I would never forgive you. Like, that's the thing I didn't understand about these characters. Yo, my kid got kidnapped, and you like, I don't know if I got the money, my nigga. Like, I just had it.
I was about to ask y'all. You already beat me to the question because I was like,
no, because we're actual, like because we're actual like human beings. We're actual human beings. I could never forgive you. I could never forgive you. We're gonna do it, nigga. Thank you, but fuck you forever anyway, yo. What the fuck? Why you right? Like I thought that would be where all of the drama came in.
I thought so too.
And that's the Spike Lee that I think, him talking about class, right?
Yep.
That's where I thought this movie was going. And, the first part of this movie is great. And then it just once I realized like, oh, we're not going to talk about this really interesting, like, dilemma that this person with means, like, yeah, he's got his own issues, but he gonna be all right. But here's someone who actually needs help in a dire situation, and he's hemming and hawing about it. Like, that would have been interesting.
Yeah,
I wanted to see that.
Needed that story to me.
Right. But when I realized that, like, we're not doing this, that's when I just kind of turned my brain off and just like, all right, let's just watch this 70-year-old man sprint after a man 40 years younger.
Yeah, that is not Denzel Washington.
Nigga, when dude jumped the turnstile, I'm like, how they about to do this? And
like, that's not going to be Denzel Washington. Like, I love that shit.
I'd be crying. I'm like, okay,
knock it off. Man. They were like, stunt double. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna sit down. You go run. But yeah, I was hoping for like, I agree. I thought that was gonna drag out a bit more, and they were just like, we're gonna do it. I was like, that's it. And he's like, all right, thanks, beloved. I was like, nigga, why are you forgiving him? Like, I would still be mad, yo. I would be never, yo. Like, no. Nah, we would have just been like, let's get through this, and I never want to speak to you again. Get the fuck out of my face. But thanks for the money. I appreciate you. like I could never forgive you. Yo. Like, never. That's crazy to me. But rich people are garbage. Is basically what I've learned in my life. They're not good people. Unless I become rich, then it's totally different, and I'm an exception to that. Just all right. So let's get started. We see David King. He is the big time music mogul for, what is it, Stacking Hits Records in New York. First and foremost, how we feeling about Denzel Washington with this haircut? Like this young nigga haircut. I find it bizarre. I feel like like all of those memes when they put black when they put the fucking waves on like Piccolo and shit, like Dragon Ball Z. Like, it's weird to me. Like, it's very weird.
This 70-year-old man got a jet black Caesar, yo. Like, I just wish they kind of played, it's the same thing that you and I were talking about with Sylvester Stallone. Like,
Right.
Once you get to a certain age, like just like roll with it, right? Like you don't have to try and be younger, right? Like that's one of the advantages, one of the many advantages of being a man is that like when you get older, you get dignified. Whereas Hollywood thinks that when women get older, they, disintegrate once they hit 40. This woman playing his wife is 39.
They're like, you got to film this shit before tomorrow. Like, hurry up.
Right. Because otherwise you're going to evaporate or some shit, right? Like, so, play to your age, right? So it just looks weird, man. It was
like he was like 45 up top, but like down bottom he was 70 because his legs was moving like a 70-year-old. I'm like,
right,
you are old, my nigga. Like, come on.
Which makes it all the more ridiculous.
Yeah.
When he's running down ASAP Rocky,
like, come on, man.
Your whole knees would just blow out.
I think he's still in pretty decent shape because considering he's 70 years old, right?
Yeah.
What is like 71?
Something like that.
But 71 this year.
71. God damn, 70 years old. Jesus Christ, dog.
That's wild.
He ran down a man literally half his age.
A$AP Rocky's what, 30?
Yeah, things that are not happening 101. So we see David and his son Kyle, is that his son's name? Trey. I apologize. We see David and Trey. They're riding in the car. Like we meet his wife, and they live in Dumbo in New York. If you don't know what Dumbo stands for, it's down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass, I believe it is. Like that's what it stands for, which is hilarious to me. Which is a very, very expensive area in New York.
New York looks really, really like again, like those aerial shots of New York. But then I'm thinking to myself,
it's a character.
That flood is gonna fuck that city all the way up because it's literally right on the goddamn water, man.
Yeah.
Any kind of serious flooding, they in trouble.
Yeah. Build a seawall for the love of God.
Damn. Yeah.
You're in a world of trouble. But so we see Trey and David. We see them in the car, like they're driving a Rivian because they have a lot of money. Frankly, a Rivian is
that's like $100,000 truck, isn't it?
I mean, some of them are. Yeah. I feel like they could have a more expensive truck, but okay, that's fine. But it's electric because they care about the. It's probably Spike Lee's and shit. Like it's like. It's a dope truck, but so they're riding. Trey is going to like play basketball or whatever, right? Because apparently he's in some sort of like some league. I guess he's like decent at basketball. They're not implying like he's going to go to the NBA or anything, but like he's good at it. We get in the car. They have this like really weird, like put your phone down, type of bullshit. Old man speech. Trey is trying to convince his dad to take a meeting with this young woman that he's seeing. He called her a light-skinned Zendaya. I'm like, that'd be pretty light.
I'm like, is
she a ghost?
I
mean,
did you see her at the end? I was like, you know what? She doesn't look anything like Zendaya, but she is in fact lighter than Zendaya. You're correct. But he's dating this woman, and so he's like, yeah, she's an artist, she can sing. Can you take a listen to her, like her demo tape or whatever? And he's like, I'll look at it when I come up for air. And he's like, Dad, come on. He's like, best I can do for you. Fuck out of my face. And so then you go and you see like he goes to this like basketball camp or league or what have you. And obviously it's for rich people because the coach is Rick Fox, who I guess after retiring from the Lakers, he's like, I guess I'll just do this.
I guess I'll just buy a video game company or a
video game team. Like a esports team.
An esports team.
Is that what?
And then coach Little League on the side. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, good for him. So it's funny because like Rick Fox looks mad old now. It's like,
yeah, he's got that thing that tall people get when they get older. Like they
Did he?
like O.J. Simpson had it, right? The Rock's got it now, right?
Boobs?
Like you got a high set ass, which you like a so you gotta walk like Frankenstein and shit.
Welcome to your future, y'all two tall ass niggas. Good.
I ain't that tall.
Yeah, he walks like Charles Barkley. You got the same.
Yeah. They all got that shit, man.
That's a sad state, ain't it? Good. Well, fair trade off.
Center of gravity is too fucking high, and your gut is fucking. You're leading with your gut and shit.
That's fucking hilarious. So we see Trey has his best friend Kyle, who is also there, and they're like goofing around. At one point, Kyle takes Trey's headband, which will be important later. And Rick Fox is like, give him the business, like, get the fuck out of here, get back to work. So David leaves. He gets picked up by Jeffrey Wright's character, who is incidentally Kyle's dad, right? So they're kind of like, and Jeffrey Wright's character is Paul, and they're really good friends. I get the impression, I guess they were friends from like back on the block type of shit, but he went to jail and then like looking out after him. No.
I'm sorry. I'm watching the scene where, they meet Rick Fox, and Terrence, you're absolutely right. This double cutting of these like handshakes, like, hey, here's a handshake, and then here's a handshake. Like I didn't pay attention to it before, and now I
noticed that at all.
I didn't pay attention to it before, and now it's really annoying.
So wait, it's when King does the handshake to Rick Fox?
It's at like 10 minutes when they it's at 9:54 where they shake hands and then they do the same thing from a different angle. It's odd. It's like it's like when someone in an anime is punching someone and they show it from 3 different angles to emphasize the impact or whatever.
But what is the impact of that? Like I'm confused.
Nothing.
It's just a stylistic. It's just a stylistic choice. It's weird.
Okay. That's all right. That is super fucking bizarre. Thank you very much.
He does it a few times in the movie. I'm like, why did you do that? What was the point? Yeah, it's weird.
I can understand if it's like a pivotal thing, but like that scene's not a pivotal thing. Maybe they were just like, shout out to Rick Fox. like nah, I like Rick Fox. Okay, cool.
Which is weird because Rick Fox was playing for the Lakers, and right. Spike Lee is a Knicks fan.
I mean, it's not like Rick Fox played for Boston, as we find out people chanting literally to the camera, "Boston sucks." John Turturro's brother.
Again, what the fuck?
Was it Nick Turturro?
He's such a he's a silly man.
It's so silly, yo. This is a silly ass movie, yo. Like
again, he's just having fun. He was like, just call. I think it's Nick Turturro. I was like, just call Nick Turturro.
Yeah.
I just put him in the movie. Like, hey, what are you going to do in the movie? Oh, is it a pivotal thing? No, you're going to just yell that Boston sucks. He was like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll do it for free.
That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have to pay me. They're just New Yorkers through and through. So you get a little bit of the relationship between David King and Paul, who is his like driver, right? But like his homeboy. And so at this point, Paul is like, look, I got this. I got all your, like, basically all of your data, right? Like, this is all your statements, because he's trying to get all of his financial statements together so that he can try to like buy out his own company, buy back from stopping them from selling it to this big another like corporate merger, right? So he's like his right hand man type of shit. And so then we see David. He goes into the office. And he's the big man on campus. For some reason, Ice Spice is there. She is like I don't know what
she's there because she's from the Bronx.
That's simply it.
That's got to be it.
Yeah.
There's no other reason.
There's no.
And like this was probably fucking filmed in like 2023, 24, and she was still kind of hot. So. Okay. You from New York? Come in. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let me give you a line. Why not? All right, whatever. She had commercials and shit. That's got to be it because there's really no other reason. She said like 4 lines.
I really didn't understand. I was like, she's not even twerking. Like, why are you there? But before they walk upstairs and he meets Ice Spice, there's some like hippie black chick who's like, hey, can I play a couple chords for you? And clearly she's been there a bunch. And so he allows her to sing for him. And look, I don't know who this woman is. I didn't really care about it. I just imagine this is some young, like, real artist who they were just like, cool, she's in New York, let's put her on. And then maybe somebody will think, oh, she's talented. Or she's already been put on and it's just a moment to showcase her music.
I think it's the latter because I listened to the song and I tried to find her on my Apple Music. And I did, and she can sing, but cool. Yeah. So the movie did its job, I guess.
Yeah. It was like, all right, that's cool. Again, he meets Ice Spice. Fast forward, and who cares? So then we get this whole idea about what David is trying to do. Right? He meets with one of his partners, and he's like, look, I'm trying to buy the company. Let me buy it. Let me get this money together. I don't want a foreign conglomerate to own stack and hit records, right? I don't want to sell Warner Brothers to Netflix, so to speak. And please don't do that. And so he's like, look, he's like, I care about the art. I care about the music. You know, I spent 25 years building this shit. And his partner's like, look, you're going to have a lot of money. And he's like, look, I'll get it. Just fucking sign on with me. Let's just make this shit happen. And the guy's like,
brother moves on from The Wire.
Yes.
He pulled.
Yep. But by the way, yet again, it's just like established OG black actors. Spike Lee was like,
yeah, come on.
Like,
what was the last thing we saw him in? That was what was that movie we did?
The Piano Lesson.
The Piano? Yeah, The Piano Lesson.
Yep. And like that dude's a good actor, right? So I just
that's like the most I've seen him in like the last 20 years too.
Yeah, he's done smaller stuff.
He's a very good actor. He's a good actor, man.
He should be in way more things.
Yeah.
Like his career should have blown up after The Wire, frankly, as far as I'm concerned. But so yeah, his partner's like, yeah, all right, cool. You know, like, all right, bet. I'll give you a little bit of time to get the money together. And then we cut back to a conversation between King and his wife Pam, and he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this huge life-altering decision, and my bad, I didn't let you know. Excuse me? Like, the fuck? Like, she thought that he was retiring, basically, and so that they would have a little, you know, they'd have time to be together, considering he's 70 and she's 39, and they don't have many years left before she's feeding him navy bean soup. Niggas are old.
And then David King put his foot down and said, "Look, don't talk to your father that way."
You got it. And so he's like, "Yeah,
because he's 30 years older than her."
That's weird, man. It's weird. It's weird. Like, it's silly. You couldn't, by the way, that's fucked up. Y'all can't give Denzel Washington a wife of his age. Like, you could find him.
Could have got his fucking wife.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I bet they have pretty good chemistry. I bet they do.
Yeah, they've been married for 50 years.
Like, I don't understand. And maybe that's like a Hollywood thing of like giving him a young wife because he's a mogul and like.
Yeah, I guess so.
You look at.
I guess that's like a record company. Like, it's a mogul thing in general.
Like Russell Simmons before he dashes ass off to, Indonesia.
Is he still in Tibet or wherever the fuck that nigga ran off to?
He's in Bali doing yoga on the beach. Right. Fucking sexual predators, creepy ass motherfucker. I gotta go. Yeah, I bet you do gotta go. They got extradition rules, do they? Nope. See ya. He ain't never coming back.
They really should have just took his, like, she's a good actress. She still looks good.
Now, do you think?
What the fuck is his?
Do you think it's? Do you think it's a case of them casting a younger woman or them trying to make him seem younger?
No,
I think they're trying to make him seem like he's 10 years younger than what 60?
He is. 60?
I mean, why does this nigga have a jet black Caesar, yo?
Because
Like,
he don't want to grow up. He's a Toys R Us kid. Yeah, his hair looks crazy, yo. That nigga got all the Beijing in his fucking head. I'm looking at it right now. I didn't notice it before. This looked nuts.
Nah,
Come
leave
on,
that man
like
alone.
again, they should have just used his real wife. And again, like if you look at him and his wife, that's not their son.
right,
right.
Yeah, this is
Like it would make more sense. It would make more sense if they used his real wife. It would look more like that was actually his son. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck they got going on in this casting. Yeah, that's weird, man. Like, come on, man. Knock that shit off.
Yeah, light and dark don't make equally as dark. Like, that's not how that works. Like, I'm not an artist, but I understand. Like Roy G. Biv, nigga. Like, this is like, come on. Yeah,
have they ever acted in the same movie together? Him and his wife? Maybe not.
I have no idea.
I don't think they have. Huh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it doesn't have to be his wife. It's just weird to pick somebody.
Someone
someone so young. But I have to imagine the choice is because of sort of the industry precedent with that, right?
Yeah.
I hope that's what it is, because like I don't need our like older like OG black actors to pretend that they're young. Like, Denzel Washington's been around 1,000 years and he's still fucking doing great work. Just let him.
And when Micah said, "Are they trying to make him seem younger?" I'm like, it doesn't work for Denzel Washington because we've been watching this nigga for 50 years,
right?
And it wasn't like he was a teenager when he started.
No,
he was like
not when we started.
He was like 83, and he was in St. Elsewhere. He was already in his fucking 20s.
Yeah,
or 20. Like,
yeah,
he was in his 20s.
Yeah, like
10 years younger. Yeah,
like I remember, like, I can't look at Crimson Tide Denzel Washington and be like, same age now. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. He was talking about Silver Surfer.
That was like 35 years ago, man. God, like, nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. I have to mention it's an artistic choice as far as maybe somewhat of a commentary on like the industry. Maybe. I mean, it would make sense in that regard. Otherwise, it just seems very silly. So yeah, he tells her this very life-altering story of like, or news that, hey, I'm not going to retire. Instead, I'm going to try to buy the business back so I have full ownership of it and continue doing the day-to-day work, which is crazy because he's 70 years old. Like, what the fuck?
And it's not like this is not a very old record label either, because they established that he created in like 2000. So it's only like 25 years old as far as the age of the label itself.
Like, retired. When
he started the label at 50 years old.
That's wild.
Like, come on, man. Anyway.
That should have started in like 1992. That's when like Ricochet, Denzel Washington should have started.
They had like Ricochet pictures on the wall. I'm like, that's wasn't you in 2000, bro. Like, knock it off. Like, they had pictures of him when he was doing like Glory on the. I'm like, that's from like 87, though. Come on.
This was 10 years ago. No, the fuck it wasn't. I love you, but no, the fuck it wasn't. Is every scene shot on this balcony feel fake to you?
It feels green screen.
It feels green screen.
That's the crazy part.
No, it doesn't feel it to me. It looks. I think it's maybe some of the close-up shots, maybe. But I think they chose this location. I think they chose this location specifically because, like, look at this. We are gonna milk this shot for as much as we can.
Is it the lighting?
I think maybe it's.
Because I'm looking.
It's probably the lighting.
Because they have their like back across their heads.
Yeah,
and it looks fake.
Wild. It looks crazy to me.
Yeah. Like, all right, I see it. I see what you're talking about. I think they just have a light. I think they have a rim light where it's not natural, right? Like, it's not a. But it might be.
They couldn't just use the natural light. Maybe it's the light from inside the building. I don't know. It just looks weird.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks off.
Yeah, it does. and it's funny because there are other scenes like when you're shooting sort of behind Denzel and he's talking to his what's her name? Ilfinesse. Okay, that sounds weird. Ilfinesse, when he's talking to her, it sounds like I'm making that up. When he's talking to her, like that doesn't look as fake. And I think you're right. I think it's a lighting issue. But when they're turned, the perspective is slightly the other way. I think the key light or whatever is behind in a bizarre way. Which, I mean, whatever. Things like that happen. But yeah, I'm like, oh, this scene is shot on the volume. Got it.
Like the scene when he's on the phone, when he picks up the phone right after she leaves, and it's a close up of him on the phone. That looks weird. Like the lighting is coming from behind him, and I'm like, where's that lighting come from? Because like, yeah, the lighting should be like from the other side of the city. It's weird. Just giant spotlight is on him. It's strange.
Yeah. Again, I think this is just a fuck up. I mean, it is what it is. It's just I thought, I was like, is this a fake scene? Like, or it's a green screen scene. So then, like immediately the scene, like it pivots in a really bizarre way, which I thought was
You're real nonchalant about this.
Right. He was on the balcony like talking, and then like Jeffrey Wright comes in and you're like, they kidnapped my son. I'm like, wait, what? Like, what is happening? Like, who is this? I'm like, okay, this is y'all niggas don't like get mad. Like, I feel like you should be a little bit angry. Like, it was just really weird.
I mean,
he walks in there and he's like, somebody's got Trey. I'm like, she's like, I'm sorry. Like, what?
Yeah,
he said it was like.
It was weird.
What? I'm a little. I see what you guys are saying. I chalk that up to Denzel Washington's character being kind of nonplussed, and he just is like, "What?"
Stunned.
Yeah, he's taken aback. He is stunned. Right? Somebody got Trey. Right? Like, I just imagine my wife in this situation. If I say that, she's not just going to be like, "What?" Like, no, she's going to flip the fuck out. So I don't know. That's a weird delivery. I agree. What else is weird? Know what else is weird?
Yeah.
Like,
okay. It's that scene in fucking Family Guy. Where the music just gets progressively louder. Like, come on, man. Like, man, why does he do
this
that?
This scene is really odd to me. Like, it's really weirdly acted. And like he does the delivery. He comes in and he sits down and he's like talking to the kidnapper, and then the wife comes over and she's just like, and he pulls her close, and it's almost in a weirdly, and I know they don't mean it to come off, but it feels in like a kind of a loving, almost like light sexual kind of way. And I'm like, our son has been kidnapped. Like, it ain't time to be like rubbing up on each other. Like, this shit is weird. Like, there's no tears. There's nothing. Like,
again, which is why I asked, is this woman an actress? I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, they both were kind of like, it was just an odd scene, but I'm like, what is she doing?
Like, Denzel Washington didn't even knock a cup off a desk, right? Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, where's that Denzel? You know what I mean? Like, again, it's delivered in these like very weird kind of like, damn, they got our son.
That's fucked up. That's crazy.
That's crazy, like, dog. Like,
well, you gotta call the cops, get something going here. I'm like, all right. I feel like it'd be a little bit more urgent.
Before? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it is what it is.
It's another day in the office.
Like, it's really weird. It's a strange response. I didn't care for the cops in this movie, guys. And it's not because I don't care for cops in general, but I didn't like the insurance guy. I didn't like how he was talking.
Mayhem? You ain't like Mayhem?
I didn't like him. The dude from Oz. Yeah, they were talking like
Dean Winters.
Yeah, they're talking like wild spicy to these black people with money. I was like, I told you, I don't appreciate this shit at all.
Yeah,
I
especially
guess there's some messages.
Jeffrey Wright. I'm like, my nigga, like, come on, man. Like,
I
yeah,
think
you probably
this was,
seen me before. You know, I was knocked up. Like, I was locked up. Fine. Like, I'm not now. Find my fucking son.
I chalk this up to Spike Lee being very intentional
Anti-cop.
with the portrayal of these cops. I think it is. I think it is quite intentional.
I'm surprised he didn't say they were all. Well, actually, no, because I was going to say I'm surprised they didn't say they were from Boston. But then I remember later on, the one cop goes to shake his hand. He's like, "Oh, Mr. Fox, can I have your autograph?" And he was like, "Do you want an autograph?" The guy was like, "No, he's a Boston fan." He was like. I was like, this is the middle of a fucking kidnapping, and you niggas are like, I don't like your sports team. A bit bizarre. We're like, okay, Spike Lee is a New Yorker to the fucking end.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I just noticed he has a Kahindi Wiley painting in his house. That's dope. That's probably Spike Lee's. So, yeah, the cops come. Dean Winters is a piece of shit. Yeah, he's questioning Jeffrey Wright's character, and he's like, how about the truth? How about you tell me the truth there, buddy? I know you from somewhere. Like, how about suck my dick? How about that as a response? You fucking piece of shit cop. And
I thought all this was, like laying the seeds, right? Like, oh, these cops, they really don't trust Jeffrey Wright's character, and then all of a sudden in the hospital, we get a quick like shot, and I'm just like, yo, what?
All right. Did you read? Anyway. I can't remember what it was he wrote, but like, did you read what he wrote? What he fucking typed out? I'm like,
yeah.
Come on, Spike. Come on, Spike. What is this? What the fuck?
Oh, what?
Like that,
something about like you got streets to like, have you seen this guy or whatever? That shit. Is that what you're talking about?
I can't remember what the fuck it was he said. I was like offended. I'm like, okay, the nigga went to jail, but that doesn't mean he's fucking illiterate, dog. Come on. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
It's offensive.
What the fuck did he say?
The kidnapper is asking for 1,000 franc notes, which apparently weighs less than dollars. So it's like $17.5 million. And so, like, I guess that's smart. I don't know where you're going to be converting that money without being noticed quite easily. But, I'm not a criminal. So there you go. Yeah. Again, the cops are all, I forget the lead cop's name, the black dude, another well-established black actor, the black woman.
I didn't know. I just looked him up. He's fucking British.
Is he?
Yeah. He's from Bath, England. Maybe he moved to.
He was raised in Quebec.
Okay.
That's right. And Wendell Pierce is also in this movie.
Yeah, Wendell Pierce just showed up at the end. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay. Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Again, like you're right, yo. This is you're absolutely
grown-ups,
right.
This is grown-ups.
Right.
This is black grown-ups.
Call up all the black people I know.
Yeah, and look, I'm not mad. Like, I think that's kind of dope for one of our greater black directors to just be able to like do a clarion call.
And shit.
Yeah, it's like get the fucking horn. It's like and just blow the horn, and all these like amazing black actors show up. Like that's dope.
It's like, hey, you want to be in one of my movies? It's like, yeah, you paying me? Yeah, okay, bet. How long you need me? An hour and a half.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like, you wanna do a movie with me? It'd be a nice little vacation. Vacation? Where are we going? New York. Oh. I guess. Adam Sandler's taking his friends to Hawaii to film a dumb movie, but all right, whatever.
Is there going to be a highest to lowest too? Like, come on, man.
We get to stop at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It was like, all right, I'll do that.
Right. I forgot all about that scene, yo. Damn. How did I forget about that scene?
I was about to say, like, they let you know.
Yeah.
Have you been to New York before? There's Puerto Ricans there. Just saying. Black people and Latin people, we together, y'all. Message. So, the cops are like, look, we'll look into it. And then we get to the scene and the cops are like, thanks, Mr. Fox. Can I have your autograph? I'd be like, get the fuck out of my face One of my kids is missing, you piece of shit. Because, Spike Lee, again, he doesn't fuck with cops, so he just lets you know how much of a piece of shit they are. And then the other cop is like, oh, you want a autograph? Officer McGillicuddy? Like, he couldn't have a more fucking Boston name. And he was like, nah, he's actually a huge Boston fan. And he was like, all right, well, fuck you. Which, you know what? Fair enough. So then you have this whole thing of like Denzel Washington is like, look, got to get my son back. Got $17.5 million. Like, let's make it happen type of shit. And they decide like, all right, we're going to do this. Like, everything is cool. They eventually find his son. Like, everything is fine. His son is okay, but they've actually still have Trey, Jeffrey Wright's son. And then the meat of what should have been the big debate between the characters, that's what happens. And, Jeffrey Wright's like, hey, can I borrow that $17 million? You already got it in the bag. Like, help my son out. Denzel's like, but see, like, the way my like, checking and savings is lined up, like,
I ain't got the 5. Sorry, bro. It's like, they got my son back. It's like, well, he made a mistake. That ain't my fault. I'm like, my nigga, what the fuck? Like, hold on now.
Yo, we would have fought, yo. Like, my nigga, we would have fought. Like, we would have fought, yo. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? I'm serious, yo. All I could think of when I was watching that, I was like, if these two niggas on this podcast would have ever do some shit like that to me, yo, I would never forgive you, yo. Like, I was thinking,
my first thought when I saw this, I'm like, I wonder what these two niggas would do. I was going to ask you, like,
I can't even joke like that, yo. I can't even joke.
You had the money.
It's an insane thing to say. Like, yeah. Well, they got my daughter back. Best of luck, nigga. Like, what the
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, damn, dog.
I mean, I'll put a post out. I'll post about it, I'll
put that shit on Facebook.
I got a wide reach.
I started GoFundMe for you. Like, nigga,
I put up a $500,000 reward. It's like,
right.
Like, you got the money, dog. Come on. You'll get it back.
Maybe.
He was in a financial situation.
He'd be right. Like, isn't that money insured by the FDIC or some shit? Like, somebody can help you. But yeah, that
how does ransom work? How does that actually work though? Like, when somebody, like, you get kidnapped and like they be like, we want $200 million or some shit like that. What happens when they give them the money?
It's gone. Like, there's a wrap.
Damn.
They ask for that shit in like Bitcoin now. Like,
right.
They just gone. Like, that's the wild shit. Like, all this, like, put it in a backpack shit. That ain't how ransoms work anymore. What the fuck? No. Go to this address, upload your credit card, nigga. Like, that's how that shit works. They did that shit to Baltimore City. They did a bunch of cities around the United States. Locked all their fucking state government websites and shit, and they were like, we're going to need money. Or we're going to encrypt it and you'll never get it back. And they were like, here's the money. I think Baltimore paid like $1 million. Some shit like that. Yep. What are you going to do? You're stuck.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. Yeah. So again, King and like Pam is like, yeah, give him the money. The fuck are you talking about? Kyle is, Trey is like, yeah, Dad, we're gonna give him the money so we can get Kyle back, right? And he's like, we'll see, big dog. I don't know. Like, cool. My dad's a piece of shit. Great. Thanks for letting me know. Like, it's just wild to me that anyone would say that shit out loud. Like, even if you had the thought, like, out loud?
Yeah, don't say that shit out loud. Like, keep that shit. That's it. Yeah, that's an inside thought.
The fuck like, at least let people like do like they did in Fantastic Four and like, yeah, we're not gonna give up our baby. It's like, and then Reed's thinking about that shit, and his wife is like, "Yo, I know you, bro. He's thinking about giving up our baby." Like
I
what?
Those are
What?
your words. I didn't say that. You
I mean, I gotta weigh the options. He weighing the options. King is weighing the options.
Out loud.
Do I save my best friend's son? I mean, is he your best friend? Right? Like he kind of works for me, so he's kind of like my employee, and you're not supposed to get too close to your employee, so he's kind of a stranger at that point. And if he's a stranger, like, why am I gonna give $17 million to save a stranger? Like, I don't even know Kyle's last name, bro. Like, trying to rationalize that shit.
Yo, he even said he was like, the news would blow over after a couple of days. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But to me, like, I feel like that's how rich people think. Like, I mean, 24-hour news cycle. How much could they really care? It's like you sacrificed your buddy's son. Like, so like that looks crazy. I don't have the money, and then immediately like I just bought back my own company with the same money that you were. Okay, I think I could put 2 and 2 together. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, this scene infuriated me, dude. Like, I was just like, I just could not imagine doing that to somebody. That your buddy, like your homeboy. It's like, got any more kids? Like, that's why you have more than one.
Yeah, I just wish. I really wish this movie would have kind of wrestled with that a little longer than, one night, right? Like,
yeah,
that's the big disappointment of this movie, because it's such a like juicy premise, and he just kind of like, he does the right thing after coercion, right? And after like, well, it might hurt the company's image if you don't help when you can, right? Think of the positive PR.
Like, did it. Did it. And see, to me, that's why I was like, "Oh, Jeffrey Wright he in on it then?" Like,
right? That's what it.
A piece of shit.
Right, like that's what. That's what I thought the movie was kind of laying seeds for. And
what the interesting thing about that would like, that's kind of like, that's what you think is going to happen, right? Because somebody's in on it, but then like the conclusion was kind of like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, no.
So it's almost like they painted themselves into a corner. Like for the obvious shit would have been like,
right,
he's in on it. So that's like, all right, but would it have been better if he wasn't on it? Because I'm like, oh, that's kind of corny. But then like the ending was also kind of corny. So it was like they stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Right. It's either
how do you resolve that when you
it.
find out he's in on it? Type shit.
I think if he was in on it, if Wright's character was in on it, you could have had an awesome bit of dialogue between the two of them in the end. Be like, this is why I did it type of shit. Like the big reveal. Like that could have been like, oh, they acting, in that scene. Like
it
that
probably would have been better than the
verbal sparring between. Right.
Yeah, you're right. It would have been better because that shit. I'm like,
I got the full pound of blah blah. I'm like, please stop doing this. Please stop doing it. This is like me doing rap lyrics. Please stop doing this. And I'm not 70. Please stop doing this. I'm having secondhand embarrassment for this scene.
Crying. Yo, this is so silly. I'm like, yo, this is ridiculous.
Like, it's a silly movie.
It is.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. It's either the obvious twist or the obvious like disgruntled, artist thing. And yeah. Now I'm real curious about High and Low.
Yeah, I wonder what they changed in this, right? Because you don't want to make it a 1-for-1 reshot, right? Because then that's not.
I can't imagine that movie having this type of ending.
Yeah, it feels overly simplistic. But I would have loved to see Wright and Denzel Washington like just have a real sparring match as actors, like against each other, because it would be awesome. Like they both gonna put in work. Like it's gonna be great. Like to just have them going like back and forth, like this is why I did it. You fucking selfish piece of shit. Rich people don't give a fuck about people. You don't care about nobody like down in the streets anymore. Like, and him trying to back and forth and prove that and shit. That could have been really something substantial, but instead we get him verbally sparring with A$AP Rocky. Okay.
I mean, we get a scene with Jeffrey Wright and Denzel Washington, you know, as Jeffrey Wright is pleading like, yo, it's not just my son, it's your son too, bro. Like we're friends, you know, our kids grew up together, right? Like, and he and you know, Denzel Washington's character is like, that's the problem. Everybody want this, everybody want that. You know, think about me. What about me? Like,
yeah, what about you, nigga? Oh, selfish ass. Like, yeah, I was hoping maybe they would allow Denzel Washington to go kind of like full villain. That could have been kind of fun. Just like a real selfish fucking jerk about it. Like that would have been fun. And then it like doesn't work out for him. That would have been, you know, going from highest to lowest. Just saying. Maybe. What an idea. Now I do want to watch High to Low, which is also on Apple TV, by the way, if you have not seen. So yeah, they have this whole thing, and Denzel Washington is like, this is my fault? This is my responsibility? And then he eventually goes, all right, I agreed to do it, right? He comes in, the whole family comes and tells him, right? Which again, that shit would have fell on deaf ears. I'm like, thanks. No. I would have been pissed. I'd have been pissed. Yeah. I'd have never forgiven that nigga. Yo. Like that shit makes me mad just as a human being. Like it really does. To do something like that to your friend is fucked up. So
yeah, when
go ahead.
Yeah, he's talking to the dude from Stacking Hits. It's like, yo, what are people gonna think when you sacrifice your buddy's kid to buy your record label back?
Like, nigga, they don't figure it out. They're decent at math.
Like, come on, yo. Like, it's all on the news. Like, what is this? And yeah, this is him being coerced into doing the right thing.
He's protecting his brand.
All right.
Nah, fuck that. It's crazy. So then Denzel Washington has to drop off the $17.5 million. A$AP Rocky they've been going back and forth on the phone. And he's like, look, I want you to do this. I want you to go to this location or whatever, get on this train, yada, yada, yada. So he goes and he does all of this. They even show a moment of Denzel Washington letting a woman take his seat because Denzel Washington is a gentleman. And then like New York Yankees game is letting out, and there's just a bunch of fucking crazy people on the subway screaming and shouting, led by Nick Totoro, who quite literally looks into the camera and yells, "Boston sucks," which, you know what? Fair enough. I know that probably offends Micah's wife because she's obsessed with one white Bostonian, the star of the movie The Martian. But yeah, Boston sucks. And we see I guess it's the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and I don't know who this one artist is, but he's out there. I guess he's like kind of a big deal in Puerto Rican music history. So he's out there playing. You got
Anthony Ramos,
and Rosie Perez, the most famous New York Puerto Ricans to black people, as far as we're concerned. Right. We don't really know many others. If you're not from New York, you don't really know anybody else. But everybody knows Rosie Perez. Like Rosie Perez is our generation and older, and Anthony Ramos is the younger generation. That's who they know. That's their Puerto Rican. Rosie Perez is our Puerto Rican. That's how it works. She still looks good, by the way.
Yes,
sir.
Yeah, I see what's going on. I'll never forget that top she was wearing in White Men Can't Jump. I was like, your whole titty's hanging out. Like, oh, God bless you.
Yeah, she doesn't prefer screw. She prefers make love or fuck.
It's one of the greatest lines of all.
Shit's hilarious, yo. It's hilarious.
Incidentally, it's funny that you say that. I was told a story when I was in town, when I was in the U.S. a couple of weeks ago, about my grandfather. Apparently, a quote from my grandfather was, "If I can't screw, I'd rather die." And when he got sick when I was young, and I guess he couldn't anymore, this nigga died like 3 months later. He was like, "I'm out." Which is hilarious.
Like I tried. I gave it 90 days. I can't live.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. My grandfather was a
I am not an animal.
Yeah. 3 months. All right. Let's just
He was like, well, enough of this.
like, let's pack this shit. Let's pack this shit up. We're done here. Jesus, you ready? I'm coming up. Like, the fuck out of here. Yeah. Grandfather was about that life. Which is hilarious. So, the drop off is during the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and classically, like, there's a bunch of chaos going on. They're singing, there's dancing, there's Rosie Perez, and everybody's distracted. And Denzel Washington drops the bag when he's trying to move between train cars. When they show the footage later, I was like, "Oh, so this nigga's in on it," because this looks fake to me.
And here's the thing about there not being like somebody in on this. You mean to tell me that A$AP Rocky has a whole network of hooligans able to do all this fucking Mission Impossible bullshit,
and he drops the bag conveniently in this exact spot?
Nigga, you know how mad I was when that shit happened? I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, oh, yeah. This is bullshit. Okay.
He got a bunch of niggas in all black on black scooters in all black with butter Timbs because New York.
Which is wild, by the way. They're running from the cops.
They're running from the cops in
heavy
Timbs.
construction boots. What the fuck? Get some fucking Nike Airs or some shit. They like, nah, through to New York. 100%, all the way to the end. Even the cops got on butters, my nigga. Dean Winters has on Timbs. Even he's got on Timbs.
They were able to orchestrate this shit. A$AP Rocky, yo. A disgruntled rapper. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, he's got like five. He's got like 5.
And nigga watch a lot of heist movies. Yo.
They had the fucking music.
Like when the train stopped at the exact point and that shit fell into that nigga's hands, I'm like, all right, this is what we're doing. Okay, cool. All right.
Seems quite silly.
It's like, oh, we're just having fun.
We're just in fantasy land at this point. Right?
Yeah. Look at Mayhem being annoyed, like because all these Puerto Ricans are dancing and shit. Like, all right, this is fun, man. Like, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, and so they get the money. They play like all these like you got the bag, and they eventually get away from the cops. Here's the thing that didn't make any fucking sense is the bag has a tracker in it, and they just dash off of one street, and the tracker just stops working. I was like, you didn't even have an answer for it? Like, that was it? They were just like, oh, they turned down the street, tracker offline. I was like, why? Did they turn into a Faraday cage? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, nobody even tried to explain it, which would bother me. So they lost the money, but luckily David King's getting all this positive press. They have they're calling him the Black Panther of the Bronx or whatever, which is just ironic, considering he very personally made helped Chadwick Boseman's career, thus becoming Black Panther. I thought that was kind of like a nice little circle back there. And so they meet up with Trey. He's in the hospital. He was all beat up, and they're trying to figure out like what's going on. Like, all right, let's figure out who did this to you or whatever. And this is that scene where you get the weird like pull in on Jeffrey Wright as if like he did something, right? And even though he didn't.
Was this the scene?
I thought this was the scene.
No, I think it's a little later. It's a little later. It's that scene. It was nighttime during that scene.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It was nighttime at that scene.
So, everybody is good to go. And so, they're just trying to figure it out. And so, of course, Denzel Washington's kind of freaking out because he don't have $17.5 million anymore. That shit is gone. Again, I feel like you should have had a tracker in the money like they do in a bank. Like, you're just gonna put up $17.5 million of fresh cash and just like put it in a JanSport and just send it out there. It's just a bad fucking idea. So then Wendell Pierce, who also got the call for established good black actors, he's in this movie as well, and he's like, look, these people want their money, and you got 2 weeks, like Total Recall, nigga, 2 weeks, or they start the collection process, right? Your penthouse, your house in Sag Harbor, your Basquiat's, like really just hitting you with every New York term they can think to do in this scene. It's like, okay, yes, we all know.
Again, I feel like this is a missed opportunity to comment about how these people with money lent this money to this guy, and they're going to start collecting in 2 weeks because, well, he didn't use the money for what it was for. So even though like this is a very high profile case of why, why this money, right? Yeah. Like it just a missed opportunity. I feel like it was a missed opportunity to like, comment on this.
Like in what way?
In that, I mean, I hate to sound like Bill Burr, but like, fuck bankers. Yeah. It just doesn't. I don't know. Like they didn't try to have that conversation, and that's where I'm disappointed. Right? Like have Denzel Washington come to these moneylenders and say, "Hey, look,
I no longer have this money.
You know why I don't have it, right? I like at least give me a break, right? And have them say that shit, and have them be like, "Fuck you, pay me 2 weeks."
Yeah,
right.
Just to show they're
ruthless.
All money ain't good money, right?
Right, and also you can even have a disparity of like, yeah, you're a millionaire or whatever, but you're still black, right? Like there could also be a conversation there. Like, yeah, just because you're rich, like, they don't forget what you're
like, yeah, we're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You still a nigger. Yeah. It's like, yeah, we know you made this money and we know why you no longer have it, but we're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. We're not going to give you an extra extension because, give us our money, nigga.
Right. And
they already don't give us fucking loans to begin with. Well,
right.
Again, this is a message. You got it.
Right. There is a message to be said there. I mean, you could also play, and we don't mean to rewrite the movie. Just these are just our complaints. But like, there's also the idea of, okay, we're going to assume, like, I could totally see a scene of like bankers being like, I don't know why you people get involved in all of these things, like implying that somehow Denzel Washington is involved in this because there's a kidnapping and it's like a kind of seedy kind of thing. Well, you're black, so you're in that world type of shit. Like I could totally see that. Like that to me gives like that's a cup getting knocked off a desk moment for Denzel Washington. Like, what are you implying? Like, take the goddamn sunglasses off, and he's like, never on the phone, type of shit. Like it could have been him being treated as this high,
like he doesn't have money,
like he's on the lowest end of this shit. When push comes to shove, they immediately treat him like he ain't shit. Where he's been living this highfalutin life for years when he had money, but the second he has any sort of shakiness, it's like you're still a nigga. Like that could have been an interesting fucking way to deal with this. And then you got your boy at the bottom, still looking out for you. Like, all right, look, I talked to the streets, we found this dude. Like he's still hanging by you. Even though you were him and Han over like his son's potential death, right? Like you kind of see like these are the people who really take care of you versus these motherfuckers who said they had your back the whole time, but they really did. Like, it feels like a real missed opportunity in a lot of this. But again, black.
It's like they almost kind of tried it when that white dude comes in
Yeah,
and with
Wendell
he's like,
Pierce.
yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah,
Or with the
no,
other
right after Wendell Pierce with the
yeah,
other
yeah.
guy. It's kind of what they were insinuating, but this was after he trying to like he went above like the board to try to get his record company back, and they're kind of being petty now.
Right.
You know, deals off. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and just like totally fucked.
But yeah.
Yeah, highest to lowest could have been that could have been a real indication of like being at this like pinnacle of richness and wealth and all this other shit, and then immediately being pushed down, through events that are not your own, and just realizing where your loyalties truly lie and all that other shit. Yeah, I really want to watch the Kurosawa one. I'm very interested to see what the fuck the differences are. Besides Japanese, I just assume I assume it's an anime, right? Like that. Is that how it works? So then Pam is like, "Look, back when we first got together, when you were 65, walk across the bridge. Put your headphones on and walk across the bridge." And I'm like, "Were you 12?" And he was like 39. Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now? When was this? Denzel Washington walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm old. So he puts on his gold Beats headphones because he got money. In case you didn't know, and he just like goes and starts listening to music, and he realizes that he's heard that song before that Kyle said was playing over and over again when he was kidnapped. And so he comes in, he rushes home or rushes to the hospital, and he's like, "Hey, I got to tell y'all something. I got like I'm listening to this music." Kyle's still in the bed, and he's like, "Hey man, is this the song that you heard over and over again?" And Mayhem is like, again, talking wild to these black people like they can't buy and sell his ass. Shit really pissed me off. He's like, we're doing an investigation, Negro. If you could just knock it off. And they're just like, all right, shut up, Mr. Oz, like knock it off. And so he eventually plays the song for Kyle, and he's like, yeah, that is the song, right? And he was like, yeah, that's a rapper named Young Felon. Like, he's on a playlist my son Trey gave me, yada, yada, yada. And so they're like, this is the same voice on the phone. And they're like, we're doing our investigation. A lot of you people sound alike type of shit. I was like, this is terrible police work. It really is. And so they pull up this dude's Spotify page. They're like, here's a picture of this nigga right here. And Jeffrey Wright's character is like, look, I remember this dude. He wanted to meet you. And so he starts like putting texts out to the streets asking like, have they seen this person? And this is the scene where the like dan, 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 like right,
like, but like Denzel Washington's character is like, Mayhem is like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm a cop. I know what I'm doing, right? And Denzel Washington is like, nah, yo, I got the best ears in the business, right? Like, I know, rappers when I hear rappers, right? And then we get to the cut at 1:30:54, and Jeffrey Wright is just kind of cutting his eye at Denzel Washington, like, what the? And then he says something real quick, and he types something, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is he in on it? And then I'm pausing it.
Yeah, I saw what he typed, Terrence.
He sent the picture to somebody named Slice, right?
Kimbo.
And
I assume it's Kimbo Slice.
And it's the picture, and then the first text is, who that nigga? Who that nigga is with a Z.
In all
right?
caps.
Nigga in all caps with a Z and an emoji question mark. Not a regular question mark, an emoji question mark, because the bitch is red, right? And then you see him typing, and it says, on the low,
yo.
Like,
yo in capital.
Like, I was fucking offended. Like, when I
what the fuck is
when
this?
I rewound it to rewatch it, I'm like, come on, Spike. What the fuck is this? Like, again, so what? He was in jail. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? What are you doing, man? Like, come on. He's illiterate. Who this nigga is, yo?
Nigga, Jeffrey Wright is 60 years old. Ain't no 60. I don't give a fuck where you been. Ain't no 60-year-old man. Ain't no man born in 1965 typing, yo, where did it? I'm surprised he know how to use a fucking phone. Get the fuck out of here.
He was like, can you open this PDF for me? It's more likely, yeah.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, that scene is very weird.
I was like, come on, man.
And I love Jeffrey Wright, man. I think Jeffrey Wright is one of the finest actors in Hollywood who consistently just does not get his due.
Yeah,
but yo, what who this nigga is on the Lolo, yo? Like, what the fuck?
On the Lolo, yo, who? What does that mean in a text? What is he supposed to write back to you? In smaller font? Like, we got this nigga. Like, it's a text, nigga.
Like you're yelling. Should I be whispering? I'm confused.
Like, it's so fucking dumb, man. I hated it. I was so mad. God. I was like, yo, this is offensive. I'm like, I know this is Spike Lee, but like, this is offensive. Like, I feel like a white man did that, and it's fucked up. Is Alan, whatever the fuck his name, white? I'm serious, because like, who the fuck wrote that?
I'm pretty sure Alan Fox is white. Yes. This needed a black writer. It did. It needed a black writer. Like there's little bits of culture that are missed.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I get it, but at the same time, director has final say in everything.
I know.
So if Spike Lee was cool with, and let's be honest, guys, like, Spike Lee doesn't like the grammatical article "the," right? It's always "the," sweet blood of Jesus.
Yeah, that's right.
Frankie the Lunatic is Nicholas Turturro's name in the credits. Like, I 100% can see Spike Lee being like, "This is gold. This is gold."
I'm honestly surprised it's not highest to the lowest, which would also work. God damn it, Spike.
Yo, who this nigga is?
Who is that nigga on that nag? So Jeffrey Wright gets some information on Delolo, about
on the low, yo, because it was a capital Y and a capital O.
Like, why are you yelling? Why? So they find out where young Felon lives, and they go to his apartment. Incidentally, the apartment A24. Gee, could that be any more subtle? I don't think so. Which I just found to be hilarious.
I didn't even notice that shit.
I just noticed it.
Goddamn.
This is big as fuck on the
wow.
It's hilarious.
Subtlety out the window. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
that's usually not A24. Like, A24 is they don't usually require shout outs like that, which is kind of odd.
I mean, maybe he was like, look,
it's in the beginning of the fucking movie.
Like, right. They were like, look, Mike was like, they finance and shit. So, you know what? Put it on the door. Like, thanks, guys. So they go in. David meets young Felon's girlfriend, or fiance, wife, I don't know. Side note, very cute. She got like a Cardi B vibe. I'm into it. And so she's like, "Oh my God, he's such a huge fan of yours. You know, he loves you. He looks up to you, and like, he wants to be you." I love that his name is Archie. That's hilarious. Because of course, the tougher the sounding rap name, the lamer the actual first name. This is a fact. Like, it just is. Archibald, I assume it's his full name, a young Felon. He really is kind of obsessed with David, right? He wants to be him and all that other shit. And she's like, well, he's at the studio right now. He's right around the corner. And he's like, oh, interesting. Can you tell me where that is? I'm gonna go talk to him. And And like, there's a moment where he goes, "Oh, where'd you get that? I see that bracelet. Like, that's nice." And it's the Cartier bracelet that is his wife's that Archibald made him put in the bag with the money. And she's like, "Oh, he got it for me. I know it's not a real Cartier, but like, it's beautiful. And I see your wife on TV. She's so glamorous and blah, blah, blah. I love you guys. You're amazing." Like, yeah. Can I take a picture of it? Because, I'm thinking about getting my wife something like that.
I'm going to need that back.
Like, thank you very much. And so she's like, "All right, yeah, the studio is right around the corner." So they drive around the corner. Jeffrey Wright has a gun because like, look at where the studio is. And like at a certain point, he's like, "Oh, like, what's the gun for?" He's like, "That's for insurance. This is what was it like? This is Jake from State Farm." Like, that's a cheesy line, but I laughed. Like, that shit is funny.
That's such an old man line.
It's such an old
man line.
Yeah.
Like, my mother would get a kick out of that line. You know what I mean?
But you know what? They're playing to that audience. In a lot of ways. They are.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. Like, that's the Jake from State Farm. He gives Denzel a gun, and then he pulls out the Desert Eagle. I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "That's mayhem." I'm like, I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even.
It's the other insurance company.
Right. And that guy's in the movie, guy. Oh,
yeah.
I also
okay.
is like, I don't know a lot about guns, but the only thing I know about guns is what I play in video games. Is a Desert Eagle required for this type of urban warfare?
Like, is there an elephant you need to shoot? No.
I should have put a bullet through a brick wall.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Like I don't think people in movies that I don't think props people like actually have shot guns before, right? Like, I've seen people shoot Desert Eagles and like the kickback busts them in the face. You know what I mean?
You break
like,
your own jaw like that and break your nose.
Yeah. Dislocate your own shoulder trying to fire a 50 caliber handgun.
like pull it to the side. Some bolts.
Right.
Boom. Hit yourself right in the face. Yeah. You don't need a Desert Eagle for anything unless you're hunting elephants with a handgun, I guess. So Denzel Washington eventually makes it to the studio. He almost gets bitten by like a Rottweiler or a pit bull, rather, because it's a studio and like niggas got to have pit bulls. Like, it is what it is. He eventually makes it into the studio, and like there's A$AP Rocky Archibald is in the he's smoking weed and he's laying down a track or what have you, and then he's got another dude that's like the engineer. He's outside, he's also smoking weed, and they're not really paying attention. And David comes up, puts the gun on the engineer, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here," type of shit. And the engineer was like, "I'm too hot for this. I'm out. Thanks a lot." Doesn't warn A$AP Rocky or anything. He just leaves. And that's what I would have done, because I'm not trying to get shot. And then Denzel Washington proceeds to coach A$AP Rocky to make his songs better, while then like confronting him about, stealing his money. And that scene is weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, this is a weird, like, I don't even know what to kind of, like, is old school trying to educate new school, I guess.
Yeah.
But, this is more old man, like, this is very much a dad movie.
Yeah.
And it's this older guy with a lot of experience, and he's trying his best to help the youth, I guess. But this is not the verbal sparring match I was kind of hoping for. and we get another one with these two later on in the movie. So,
which I
look
think the
forward to
one
that,
later
I
on
guess.
is a little bit better actually than this. I don't I don't like hearing old people trying to rap. Like it bothers me. Like it really does. I don't care for it. Like I don't like
Not
it.
a big, not a Michael Eric Dyson fan, are you?
You might as well have written this part.
Like you're smart. You don't have to do this. Like you don't need a gimmick. Michael Eric Dyson, you're a smart person. You don't need a gimmick. That's weird. Also, stop trying to fuck Nancy Mace, nigga. We saw you. It's weird. But yeah, I don't like this scene. I appreciate that young Felon doesn't really give a fuck. Like I appreciate that he's not scared of David. He doesn't even see him as like elevated above him. He actually sees him as just like an equal. Like he talks to him like just as any other nigga on the street. Again, you could make an argument about like if that's a message moment or not. I don't know. But you know, young Felon is like I got to feed the streets. These terms I'm way too old to give a shit about. He's like I got a family. I got a lot going on. You know, so you know. It is what it is. I gotta make this music. I don't give a fuck about like being popular. Like the streets love me. It's like you don't want to get paid. Like stop lying. Stop lying. Everybody wants to get paid. Knock it off. And so like he's basically taunting him and all this other shit. And then A$AP Rocky is like, yeah, you know what's cool? How about I shoot through the glass and try to murder you? And
right, I'm like, okay, well, that escalated quickly.
yeah,
what
like
the fuck? Ah, damn, nigga. So you really want to go to jail? All right, well,
I mean that's what happens in the studio. Niggas get shot. Niggas get shot every day. And so then they have a little bit of a like shootout or whatever, and then A$AP Rocky eventually gets out, and Denzel Washington running at full speed down the street is jogging after him. And look, I know what you're thinking. That couldn't possibly be Denzel Washington, and I would say you're being an ageist. Of course it's him.
some of it is him, right?
Not in
I
these
don't know how
scenes.
fast he's
Yeah, when he's slowing down.
That other dude is fucking 30 years his junior. I just think it's hilarious. Like I just laughed at the scene. I was like, yo, well, imagine 71-year-old or 72-year-old Denzel Washington running down the street like this is just hilarious to me. Like and I'm not being a dick because imagining me doing this, even at this age, is hilarious to me because that's
At
not
full stride, bro. At full stride.
Ain't no
Get
fucking way.
out of here, bro. Get out of here.
If that look, I'll tell you this. One, we already know it's not Denzel Washington. But if that is Denzel Washington, he deserves a fucking Oscar for putting his life on the line in a scene like this. Like, get the fuck out of here. They eventually make it onto a subway platform, which I assume is where all New York movies go to end. And they play the like I'm gonna get on the train, I'm not gonna get on the train, like chicken thing. And eventually, A$AP Rocky jumps on the train. And
What do you think about the music in this scene?
I don't know.
Again, what just don't fit.
Okay. All right. Now look. Normally I don't mind music like that. It's just like I like jazz and I like piano and stuff like that, but it doesn't fit this particular scene. It just, I don't know. It clashes. And I get trying to do something different, but in a movie that has music as its like in the background, right? Like the music, the concept of like music and art in the background, right? Like here's a music mogul who's trying to buy stacking hits, right? Chasing after a rapper that has been obsessed with him, right?
Right.
I would think that some hip hop would be playing.
Yeah, you would think so.
This don't feel like, I'm like, what?
Like this don't fit, yo. Like this is like
It
if
kind of
Quincy
fucks the scene
Jones.
up.
Yeah, this is like if Quincy Jones was obsessed with Herbie Hancock. Like that's the music that would be playing, not like this Russell Simmons analog and this like young rapper. It's odd, man.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You know what also doesn't make any sense? This fight doesn't make any sense either. This fight.
That's the one thing I think Denzel can fight, even at 70 years old.
You think so?
He got that old man strength. Yeah. But he's just not exactly mobile.
You just can't get. Yeah, like, it's one of those things. It's like, one of those things where it's like he's a grappler, yo. Like, don't.
You better keep your distance. He's gonna fuck you up.
Right. I'm gonna hit you with an SPD if you get close. Don't get close. I'll fucking take your ass out.
I didn't think it was funny.
Green hand your ass and hit you with the lariat.
I didn't think it was funny. Like, yo, at one point he's like, "Let me die," or whatever. Denzel Washington's like, "Get your ass up!" like, I'll let you fall off the tree. Get the fuck out of here. And then he proceeds to beat him up and then stomp him in his chest. Again, a very New York thing to do. I'm surprised he wasn't wearing Timberlands at the time. And yeah, so they get all the money back. They got our bad guy. No one is in on it. The girlfriend literally hid the money under the bed. It's the best place you could think to put the money.
I mean, look, the movie comments on that. She's the detective, the black woman detective is like, when are my people gonna learn that under the bed is the first place we look?
Yeah. Also, yeah, we forgot to mention the moment where she tells everybody she's from Spelman. It's like, got it. Cool.
Yeah, and it was weird because like Mayhem was like, "Oh man, you're super smart. How do you know all this?" Spellman.
That racist white cop don't know what Spellman is, huh?
Is that some Jew I'm supposed to know about? Like, no.
Historic Black College and University. Yeah, it was weird. I mean, look, I'm sure Spike's got huge ties to Morehouse and Spellman, I'm sure. It was just weird. It was weird. Like, I get it. You just hammering it in there, but it was a bit weird. So at that point, everybody is at the hospital. Jeffrey Wright's eye is all fucked up because he got glass in it. Again, when he's like, I got glass in my eye, whatever, I was like, oh, this nigga's faking. Like, this dude's faking. Like, he really doesn't. He's trying to set Denzel up. No, it wasn't a fake. That's legitimately what happened. So, Denzel and Jeffrey Wright's character, they have a little bit of talk at the end. He's just like, look, man, like, I'm always going to look out for you. I appreciate what you did, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, I'm just saying though, like, you did hesitate for like mad hours to save my kid. I just want to point that out.
Like, nigga, you had to sleep on it and be coerced to do so.
Right.
Like, we ain't cool.
Yeah, get out of my face, beloved. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'd have still been mad. So then we see people at the courtroom with signs that say "Free Young Felon," and I'm like, for what? Like, this case is open and shut. What the fuck? He didn't get screwed. Like, nothing happened to him. He tried to rob a rich person, got caught, and then tried to kill him at one point.
Yeah, go to jail, nigga.
Go to jail.
This ain't nah. You got to go to jail.
Yeah, this is not this guy's not a hero. Like, get the fuck out. I didn't even understand that. Like, not guilty. He is very guilty. Quite literally, extremely guilty. Demand justice. Yeah, that's why he's going to jail. That's the justice. Yeah, there's no sort of like gray area for this character. I mean, I know there's always going to be dumb people who support celebrities when they do stupid shit, but like, I don't know. Make his character a little bit more sympathetic, I guess, and maybe it would have made more sense.
So here's the thing. I thought that young Felon did all this because he was ignored by the biggest the biggest music mogul, in the genre of music, and that he could have been somebody, but he was a never was because King didn't, hear him out. He sure do got a lot of people out there cheering free young Felon for someone that's a nobody. It appears to me
these are the niggas in the streets.
It appears to me you have plenty of fans, bro. Like, find a new label.
Yeah, you could have went to a different label, right?
Yeah, I feel like
made him jealous. If you was as big as you thought you were going to be, go to a different label, get the machine behind you, and make him regret not signing you. The end.
Which makes this the worst of the two obvious, conclusions, in my opinion. It's just more evidence that, like, a disgruntled employee or a disgruntled artist doing it, while it makes sense, it's obvious. I don't think it was handled in the right way. I wouldn't have done it this way.
Yeah.
And look, I don't know A$AP Rocky's music because I'm a lame.
It's better than this.
Okay, I was about to say, is
like,
it?
This song ain't it. Nah, I wasn't really feeling the song even when he started playing it in his Beats headphones. Product placement. Yeah. I'm like, this shit is kind of whack. I know what a nigga ain't signed you. This shit is trash.
Yeah, he's a way better artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually don't mind his music at all. Yeah, I mean, I appreciated the music video on mute.
Yeah.
Like, so, there's
no issues.
There's a couple of ladies there. I don't need to see Denzel Washington bopping his head to rap music. It looks silly.
Popping his collar.
I'm sure he listens to hip hop. He's from the Bronx. No, he's from no, he's not from the
Bronx. Not this new shit. I'm not buying it. Like, he's just like, he's like smiling. So I was like, this looks very silly to me. Oh, that woman's wearing pasties. That's not even a top. Got it. Okay. Then we see we see young Archibald. He's in prison, and he's like, "Hey, man, you should sign me. I'm the hottest shit out there. Like, that would be the craziest thing if you sign me, and then like you sign me to Stack and Hit Records. It's a lucrative business deal for both of us. Blah blah blah, and all sorts of stuff." And Denzel Washington is like, "Go fuck yourself." No, I'm not gonna do that. Which is the correct answer, by the way.
Like, nigga, you tried to kill me. Get the fuck out of here. First of all,
you tried to kidnap my son.
You tried to kidnap my son. You kidnapped my homeboy's son. Although I was a little hesitant to give him the money. And then you tried to kill me. Like, get the fuck out of my face. How about that?
Now, I will.
You could probably make money. Honestly, he's not wrong. Because, like, consumers are fucking crazy, and they would 100% buy that shit. That story is insane. He would make money. He would absolutely make money off of it. But, like, no, fuck you.
like the human side of me agrees with Denzel's decision. The movie side of me thinks that would have been a hell of an ending. Of, like, just to show you how craven of a guy David King really is, to just be like,
he went ahead and did it anyway. Yeah.
And just and you don't need to see anybody else's reaction. You just leave it there as like, oh shit, this guy really didn't value much of anything. He only values making money and having power.
Capitalism.
And capitalism. That would have actually been really wild. Like, holy shit, are you fucking serious? And it's like credits. Like that's how you do it. That would have been a wild ending. Instead, we get the moral good ending, which is like, yeah, go fuck yourself. And then, a young Felon is like, I'm fucking mad, you piece of shit. Like, and he's like screaming and shouting or whatever as they drag him off. And, I don't know, just go to Apple Music. They'll put you on. Don't worry about it. look, somebody going to sign you. Like they will. Trust me. I'm sure they will. And then we see Trey's girlfriend, light-skinned Zendaya, auditioning in front of David King. Like I forget what she sings. And that girl can sing. Like, yeah, it's really good. And you get the whole song, and that's it.
It's the whole song. It's the whole song. And like I like it'd be one thing if like credits were rolling, underneath it or something like that, or over it. Nah, yo, you gonna listen to this song.
And what's the name of the song? What's the name of the song?
I can't remember the name of the song.
It's called Highest to Lowest. That's what the name of the song is.
All right. Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so that's...
They said the name. They said it.
I was like, really? Really, Spike? Okay. Cool.
It's
and then this went to...
Yeah. I went to her Spotify page. I'm gonna follow her. Check out her music. Ayana Lee. She is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, very talented. But yeah, she sings that song Highest to Lowest in the most ham-fisted way of ending a movie in the history of forever. But okay, that's cool. Again, this is a fun Spike Lee movie. Not I think we all wanted something a little bit more like more meat on the bone, so to speak.
This is like Inside Man Spike Lee. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
This is,
yeah.
This is like Chirac without all the heavy messaging.
That movie turned out to not be great.
Not that movie. It was weird and absurd.
It was,
but yeah, this is Inside Man. Not quite. It's better than Old Boy. Not quite as good as Inside.
I didn't hate Old Boy. I didn't hate
Old Boy, but I love Old Boy.
Yeah.
the original.
Like the original, I love the original. So I was probably gonna hate it no matter what, to be perfectly fair. But yeah. Hey, it is what it is, I guess.
Oh well. All right. That is
see the players because he doesn't like the word the.
He's against it.
He is against it. But
what is that? It's fine, but it's not his best work.
No.
Not even close.
No. I have fun. Yep. watching a 70-year-old man with the stride of a gazelle chase down a man half his age wearing Timbs and pants falling down his ankles to his ankles and shit.
I mean, let that be a lesson to you. Let that be a lesson. Pull your pants up, wear lighter shoes, or a 71-year-old man can catch you in a
can run you down.
Ass down.
Yeah.
Obvious facts. All right, that is it for us. Episode 287, I believe. We will see you guys back next week for another preview episode. Later, guys.
See ya.
Hey.
Bye. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.